All right, it is June 12th, 2020, and I'm going to do a bit of a garden walk. We've got Agapanthus in a terracotta pot, Weigela, daylily, gnome riding pug. He's very important to me. Hosta, more daylily. This guy was here when I moved in. I don't know when he was planted, but he was much smaller when I moved in. We've got Penstemon. I really do need to deadhead these. See, I'm behind on my jobs. Another gnome. I kind of like them. Black Mondo grass, sedum. This gets a lot of sun, not a ton of water, so I keep it pretty simple. We've got a hardy hibiscus and a euphorbia. More gnomes. Acer, planted last year. Dappled willow is behind it. That was planted in 2016. The Photinia, and a Wichita blue juniper, and a hummingbird. Oh look, so nice of him to come for this video. He likes those Crocosmia. My little bears. So we got a big old juniper hedge. I'm slowly but surely phasing out, adding other things that I find to be more interesting, but I didn't want to lose all the privacy at once. So I took out this section here. I used to connect all the way across. I did that this year. I have this a beautiful little fountain that was given to me, and I decided I wanted a little bit of water feature, so this is the area that I designed for it. I have great plans for under here, I just haven't executed them quite yet. I did manage to add in this whole shade garden this year. We've got a ligularia out top next to an azalea that my neighbor gave me, a stilby, fern, I don't know if you can see it, hosta, fuchsia, that's very pretty, grasses. I've been on a cranesbill geranium kick, and I've been adding a bunch of them to my garden. A lot of people from my garden group have given me some, and I've bought some, and oh, these are interesting. So I think it's cupia or cupia, I don't know how you really say it, but I've seen these everywhere this year. I don't know that I've ever seen them before. They're sold as an annual, but I just think they're like the most adorable things ever. So I planted one there. This is my grassy knoll. Got another Acer, hydrangea. This is still a work in progress, but it's getting there. It used to be my garden bed where all the things that I bought that I liked but didn't know where to plant them ended up. So this rose bush isn't unhappy. I'm unhappy with where it's at, and I need to move it because I don't really like rose. If I'm honest with myself. These are adorable. I love them. They're aloha lilies. I've got two different varieties. This one's very cool because it has like purple outline on a like really light yellow. They're so neat, so neat. And here, these guys are just straight purple, and their leaves are just so cool. So this Acer's not happy this year, but it will be next year. This is a lilac. I think somebody gave me just a start, and it, like, no exaggeration, I think it like is 20 times the size that it was when I planted it at the end of last year. So that's Electric Blue Penstemon. This is Himalayan honeysuckle that I got from somebody in my garden group. That guy's sad. I just transplanted him, but I think he'll be all right eventually. Got Liatris, bunch of species lily, tiger lily is also what they're called. This lupin plant, I did not realize they could be 4 feet wide. It's actually only this small because I've been breaking off giant branches of it. I grew this from one seed 2 years ago, and it's huge. It's kind of insane. We've got Weigela. I just planted that one this year. Acer. Red hot poker, but it's not red. Gooseneck loosestrife. Plumbago. Bellflower. All the sedums that I didn't buy. They've all started from just ones that I found broken off and I planted, and now they're in my garden. It's valerian. I just planted this pot over here, so it's looking all a little bit sad because it hasn't quite established yet. Another Acer. I want to say Butterfly Waterfall, if I remember correctly. So this is really neat. These are Gooseneck loosestrife. They're so cool looking. Look at that. I feel like they look like they're singing in a choir. That's what they look like to me. My favorite plant in the whole garden is this Geranium Anfolkerd. It's one plant, and it just spreads like that, and I just love its habit. It's growing over some ajuga and mostly winter creeper. I repurposed a broken pot that I got from a neighbor and turned it into this little waterfall of nasturtium and petunia. I just put in these steps this year too. I got rock from the reclaimed pile at Sunset Materials. This video is going to be long, but whatever, it's okay. Here's my little, what I call the triangle bed. We've got Stilby. I have decided that I'm going to phase out the more upright kind and stick with these weeping kind because they're just so cool. What we have here is a big leaf maple that planted itself, and because I think he's adorable, he planted himself there last year. I'm keeping him there and just trimming him, and then when he gets annoying, I'll just cut him down. This is Liatris. the tall purple ones. Here's my sumac that I planted this year, staghorn sumac. Under it is a variegated sage and dianthus. That's a woodland phlox that's right there. Pinks, those are the only ones left that I have not trimmed yet because they're still blooming. Probably because they get more shade than the other ones. Liatris again. Red Hot Poker, except it's orange. I love the color of the Red Hot Poker, and it plays so nice next to this pink hyssop. Tigridia, which I grew from dollar store bulbs for a couple years ago. And they keep coming back. Ice plant. I love this sedum. Not all sedum are created equal. Some of them are superior, and this is one of them. They're so delicate for being so hardy, so I'm a big fan. Got a woodland phlox here. It's almost spent, and once all the flowers are done, they won't rebloom, so I'll cut that back. Got a Mexican orange behind that. I planted it a while ago. It gets neglected and suffocated, but I love the color. We've got phlox, spent lily, fleabane. It's in the daisy family. I don't remember ever planting it, but it's here and it's really pretty. And it kind of just pops up and adds some height and color. We've got some dahlia, penstemon, garden club people. If anybody wants some of this, I managed to propagate so much of it. Just hit me up and I'll give you some starts. More dahlia. Alright, we'll go on this bed. Sourwood. Got these lilies here. They are officially taller than I am. I'm 5'2", so they didn't have much competition, but they won. Got a dwarf lilac, phlox, tickseed, mastort, stockies, bamboo there in the back, daylily here in the front, some really pale pink. They're mostly annuals in the front. Got a Maimone Sunset Weigela. More stockies. That was 2019's perennial of the year. Got a dark leaf dahlia, and behind it we've got a red salvia. The white flowers are lavatara. Obviously there's lily next to it, and these dark leaf plants are going to have bright yellow flowers. That's Ligularia. Again, more geranium. Anemone. Hydrangea. And we'll probably just wrap it up here. This is mostly annuals.